up, Katie Mafia? It's your girl Key, and I'm back with another video. And today, guys, I know I've been gone for a while, but today I'm coming back with the time I got played, part 1 and part 2, story time. So before we get into this video, I'm gonna need you guys to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification down below to get notified about any posts, any upload, or anything we do on this channel. And also, I need you guys to follow me and my boyfriend on all social media platforms down below. Now let's get into the video. Okay, guys, so we're gonna start from the beginning, where the time I got played. Okay, so I was going to Plantation High School, and mind y'all, I did not know anybody there. I didn't know I had cousins there or nothing. I just knew a middle school friend was going to be there. Whatever, her name was Farrah. She was sweet or whatever like that. Farrah was the kind of best friend that was sweet, messy. She was sweet, messy, caring, and annoying all in one. So what happened? So yeah, my first day there, you know, we was just like, okay, yeah, we got a few classes together. That's not really nothing. And then I see my cousin Ashanti was going to that school. I wasn't paying her no mind because we don't really go around her or whatever. So like when I seen her in the hallways and stuff like that, I was just like, okay. And then she had one of my classes. So the day was going by, and you have A day, then you got B day. A day and B day, and then you know how the lunches is, A lunch, B lunch, stuff like that. So it was a short boy. I don't want to say his name. He was my ex-best friend, but him, I had a little crush on him because he was so small, he was so short, and he was so cute to me, and I was short too, whatever like that. So I was just like, he cute, but I always had this ideal like, okay, because everybody always say once you short, it won't look right with short people dating short people. So I figured like, okay, since everybody got that theory in their head, like because you short you can't date short people, I was gonna like change people perception of it or how they looked at it. Like I wanted to change that. So I was like, okay, I'm just go ahead and go for it or whatever like that. But like I didn't want to rush into nothing, so I decided to get to know him first, and that's how we became best friends. And we both didn't want to rush into nothing, and we just decided to stay best friends or whatever. And I was just like, you know what, like I'm not even gonna have no crush on him no more. Like let me just toss them feelings to the side, because he seemed like, genuinely, he seemed like a good friend. Like he was a good friend from the heart and stuff like that. Like no funny business, no nothing. He was a good friend. So I was like, okay, I don't want to ruin a friendship by trying to rush and prove people wrong. You feel me? So we decided to stay best friends. We stayed best friends. So it was a boy. We're gonna call him Range. So Range had my science class, and he basically knew, like he had a bunch of homeboys. He basically knew everybody. Everybody knew him. And I wasn't that type of female that liked it to date somebody that everybody know. You feel me? Like people can know you. Of course people gonna know you, whatever. But I wasn't fond of that type of people who like got that, what it's called, got that fan base, like that known base, basically. And that's the type of way he was. But it was a day where somebody my ex-best friend Farrah came and she told me, she was like, oh, you know, he like you, he told me he like you, and all this other stuff that she was saying. And we had to introduce ourselves in the class, and I had to stand up and like introduce myself. So when I did it, I can hear him saying stuff to his friend and stuff like like I was just like, it was making me nervous, like, no. And I sat down, and after that day, like, I came home and stuff, like, it was just a regular day for me. So when I came home and after I went to school, like that week or whatever, like, stuff just started getting more weirder and weirder, because I used to sit behind two girls. Now at a point in time, they was my friends, so I used to sit in front of them two or whatever like that. So them two was best friends, and then me and Farrah, we stopped being best friends. We was just mainly like friends and stuff like that. And I became best friends with this girl named, for short, I'm gonna call her D. So D was talking to me one day. At that moment, she didn't have she had a phone, but her parents had it. So D was talking to me when we were getting to school and stuff, and she was having a conversation with me about what he was saying and everything. And then, mind you, I already had Farrah in my ear saying he's saying this, that, and the third, whatever. So I was like, okay, let me just go for it. Let me see what he holler about. Let me see what is all the message passing. You sending human form messages, like what? So I was like. So I was like, let me go see what it's about. So y'all, one day I was walking past him, and he was just like, it was lunch, and I was walking past him, and he was like, you don't want to say hi to me? Girl. Now, this is no disrespect to my boyfriend, because my boyfriend know all this. He already know everything. It's old. I'm just giving y'all story time. So it's no disrespect to my man. So I love me some my man. You feel me? So, I was just like, in my head, I was like, oh my God. Let me just calm my little self down. Let me just say, let me have a smart comeback. You feel me? Let me have a comeback, like a sexy kind of comeback. You feel me? So I was like, you ain't asked me for no hug. Ah! Girl. And he was like, I forgot what the rest of the conversation was like, but he was saying something else, and we just ended up hugging. And after that, everything just went it was going smooth. Like, we was texting, but it was like we was barely texting, but we was texting. And he'll follow me on Instagram, like my stuff, I like his stuff, like just kitty type stuff, right? So after a while, he started acting like we was dating, but he never asked me out. So I was looking at it like, okay, are we dating or what? Like y'all know when somebody leads y'all on to feeling some type of way, but then when you start feeling that same type of way and you start acting the same, they like, no. So I didn't want him to do that. So I was just like, you know, what's good? Like, are we dating or not? And he just like, the answer was like, yes. So, you know me, I'm like, okay, I'm a girlfriend. I was like, okay, I'm a girlfriend. Let me portray this girlfriend role, you feel me, without anybody feeling some type of way. I didn't want nobody to feel no type of way. I didn't want nobody to look at me like kind of funny, because the type of people he hang around with and the type of people he know or whatever like that. So it was like maybe not even a full week or something of us dating, supposedly, that the girls in front of us, now they was best friends, one of the girls, we gonna call her Skinny was talking, and I guess it was some conversation coming around up where her and him was supposedly talking, and they've been talking since middle school. Mind you, he didn't bring that to my attention, neither did they, because we will all have conversations, you know. Nobody would tell me like, okay, do you know your friend used to talk to him, or your friend still talking to him, and they be on the phone type stuff, like they be texting and stuff. Like, he been had a crush on her since middle school. She been had a crush on him, or whatever. He just told him, like, I guess something like, okay, he ain't ready or something. I'm not sure. So when I heard about it, I was just like, hold on, wait, what? Like, wait a minute. Back up, pause. Who? What? When? Like, where did they start? Like, what? Like, all my mind was like, why didn't he tell me? You feel me? And it got me so enraged that like I sat in the seat and I was quiet. Like, for the rest of the class, I was quiet. Like, I don't know. Like, I was just so quiet. So when the class ended, I guess he went home early because I didn't see him. And so the next day, I didn't want to text. Like when it's something serious, I don't like to text over the phone, because I feel like with boys, they be around their homeboys help them come up with lies and everything. So I was like, I like to do it face to face when it's just us two. So if you lying, I'm gonna catch you in your lie. Nobody can be there to back up your lie. You feel me? So the next day, I was trying to call him, and he acted like he wouldn't hear me, and he acted like, oh, his friends acted like they had to like keep calling him, like, Juve, where you going, and stuff like that. So what happened? So yeah, so I was like, oh, you know what, let me just leave it alone. Let me just keep going about my day. Let me just not, like, at this point, he non-existent to me, because I'm trying to have a conversation. If we supposedly date and I'm trying to have a conversation with you, you see me calling you, just come. You don't even know if it's a big deal, or if something small or something wrong with me or nothing. You just feel the need to, like, I felt like his friends controlled him. His friends had this person they wanted him to be, so he was the person that they wanted him to be. You feel me? So when I finally did get a chance, like after a couple of days, when I finally did get a chance to say something to him about it, he was like, nah, he don't date her. Like, and the way he said it was like he was so disgusted, like type stuff. And y'all, I was just like, at that moment I was relieved, but then again I'm like, okay, that's my friend, so who's lying in this? So I'm like asking her, like, what is going on? Like, who y'all used to talk and stuff like that. She wasn't telling me. Like, they've been talking even before school started too. So I'm like, but he just told me, you feel me, all this stuff like that. So when we all walk in the gym together, like, the homeboys made a big deal. Oh my God, you like, yeah, you feel me? Like, made a big deal or whatever. And it was like stuff going on where one of the homeboys already had two females kind of like juggling over him or whatever, or not even really juggling, because one of them was with him and then the other one went behind the other back, and you know, it was just a lot going on with that situation. So I felt like the boy who I was talking to was trying to do the same thing with me and Skinny. So it got to a point, we're gonna fast forward, it got to the point where he would try to talk to me and stuff like that, and I would ignore him sometimes, because like at that point I still did not know, like, I didn't know like who was lying. I did not know what source to go to. I did not know like how to, you know, react to something that I'm like, I don't know about. You feel me? I'm just now getting this information. I hear one story, this story, the next person covering up for this person, the next person applauding this person. Like, it was so much going on around that time. Like, I was so lost. Like, literally so lost. And I'm like, I don't want to go to nobody and be like, can you help me figure out if he cheated? Can you help me figure out if he used to talk to this person in his past? Because it's like, it's gonna be like I'm living, like I'm trying to throw his past up, bring his past back up. If he wanted to be left in the past, then I should leave it in the past or whatever. I didn't want to feel like I'm trying to bring back up old memories that he didn't want to bring back up. But if she's saying that it lasted from middle school all the way up until the moment where we still talking, where we're technically in a relationship and stuff like that, then you feel me, it's a problem. I'm gonna bring it up.